He got his start in social media. He's a star on the app Vine. He's now the second highest paid YouTube creator in the world, and he's a professional boxer. I'm nervous about this interview because this guy is really famous. His name is Jake Paul. Welcome, Jake. Good show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. I'm excited.
Forbes said you made $40 million last year. Now, did you make most of that in boxing or as a social media star?
That's just what I made from boxing. So I made some more on top of that just from like brand deals and advertisements, and then not including like my crypto investments, NFT investments, metaverse investments. But
would you want to put a number on it? Are we talking 60, 70 million?
I mean, if I were to cash out, yeah, I probably made like an extra like 60 on top of that just from my investments last year, if I were to liquidate it. But
we had Portnoy on the show just earlier. He says he just got into Bitcoin. That's where you're putting some money?
Yeah, I put Bitcoin. I put money in Bitcoin when I was 16. So it's been almost 9 years, 10 years.
You bought it way back then?
Yeah, I didn't buy a ton of it, but I've always been involved in crypto and big into Ethereum, BNB, all of that. But I'm a long-term holder, so I'm holding it until I'm older. It's like the retirement fund.
What do you put? Okay, well, you're only 25, I think. You've got a long way to go.
Yeah, but I'm already...
Don't you ever invest in ordinary stocks? I mean, like Microsoft or Amazon or something like that?
I do. You know, I have my team at Morgan Stanley. You know, I put a big amount of money with them, and they basically handle everything. So
you've got a team at Morgan Stanley?
Yeah, like 10 people. We all got on a Zoom call and they're like talking to me about all this stuff. I'm more into the crypto side of things, so like I get those markets, but they were talking to me about, you know, what stocks, traditional stocks they're putting into, but
okay.
Look, they're crushing it for me. So
I want to talk to you about this Madison Square Garden fight between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. You're promoting this. Are you telling me that it's going to be the biggest female boxing event in world history? It
will be, and it already is. The second highest pre-sale for any boxing match in Madison Square Garden history. The tickets go on sale literally at noon, but it's going to sell out very, very fast. And just the 2 pound for pound best females going after each other, you know, that is something that's never happened before, and it's a historic moment, and they're both making a 7-figure payday, which has never happened in women's boxing before.
Why are you feuding with UFC guy Dana White?
You know, he's the one that started it. He started, you know, trying to tear me down in the media and say that my fights weren't real and that I was doing all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, I'm knocking out former UFC champions, so he got mad, right? And that's where it really all started. And I've always been an advocate for fighters, and the way he treats his fighters is just like
you wanted to form
nasty,
a union. You want a union at UFC?
Yes. No, I want to form a fighters union for boxers and MMA fighters.
Are you now a boxer, or are you going to get into MMA fighting and transform MMA?
I won't be doing MMA anytime soon, but eventually I think I could see myself doing a fight because I have a wrestling background. So if I just learn how to do some kicks, jiu-jitsu, rear naked chokes, then I could be doing some damage in there.
Can you make $100 million this year?
Ooh, that's a good question. For sure. For sure. Definitely. I'm gonna work on that. We'll see. I'll update you. I'll come back next year.
Look, do you like making the money? Is the money the priority here? Is that what you're going for?
Honestly, no. I like the challenge of making the money, and I like the challenge of, you know, accomplishing something that I don't even think that I could possibly do.
Do you like the challenge of a fight? I mean, do you like fighting?
I love fighting.
Do you really?
More than anything.
You like punching people?
More than anything. It's like a movie when you're in the ring, really. It's literally like the movies that you watch, and it's again the challenge of making myself, you know, be the best version over 3-4 months of training, nonstop, 2-a-days, doing every single thing right, eating right, you know, surrounding myself with the right people, pushing myself to the limits. To me, that's what's addicting. And when you win, it's the best feeling in the world. There's nothing better than knocking somebody out and jumping up on the ropes. Literally, there's nothing better. So
I think you transform boxing by making it into a gigantic show. You use celebrity entertainers, you have people to warm up the crowd and all that kind of thing. You transform boxing with that.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
and you want to do the same with MMA, don't you?
All of it, you know. I want to be a disruptor, and that's how you leave an everlasting impact, you know. I'm not just trying to win some boxing matches. I'm going to have more of an impact outside of the ring than I will inside of the ring. There's going to be a ton of fighters who knock people out and look good doing it and become famous and make a ton of money inside of the ring. What my impact is going to be is outside of the ring, and that's what sets me apart.
You remind me of Dave Portnoy. Not the way you look or anything, but just your attitude, the way you go at things.
Yeah.
You know him well, I think.
No, 100%. We've definitely hung out. He's a cool guy, and I see how he operates, and definitely we're very similar. Just disruptor, and don't take no for an answer, and just do and move the way we want to.
Okay. This fight, Serrano and Taylor, are you going to produce some NFTs for it? I don't understand that market, believe me. I'm at sea on it. But is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So what would I get?
We'll probably get into that. I mean, we want to form NFTs with a utility, so something that you can actually okay, you get the NFT, but what does this give you access to? Maybe VIP backstage. Maybe you can meet Amanda or meet Taylor or meet Katie because of the NFT. So definitely interesting. Maybe we should get your ideas.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that kind of thing.
Maybe. Well, that's where sometimes the best ideas come from.
All right, I'll take you up on it. Jake Paul, that was really cool. Thank you very much indeed for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
If you ever want to come back, you can come back.
Shout out to my mom.
Yeah,
she's
absolutely.
watching at home.
And your aunt as well, I believe?
And my aunt. Hi, Aunt Shannon.
All right, there you go. Jake, come back and see us soon.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much indeed, sir.